So I went with the Overland Sauna because it is cold pressed steel rather than stainless steel, which means that the steel is supposed to be able to expand and contract with the heat, okay? And with a regular one, there's a chance that any places where it's welded, they break free. And that's why Overland Sauna went with a different type of metal. Now, it does, as you can see, they call it patina, slightly oxidize and rust. So I'm hoping this will last at least a couple of years. So far, so good. And you can take some sandpaper, they said, and if it's bothersome, you could take like a wet dry vac and sandpaper and kind of clean it up if you wanted to. I just don't really have an interest in doing that right now. And it has these little hooks on the side where this box, if you wanted to, you could hang it. You can see the little edge over there on the sides. Okay, obviously this would be on this side, the way the stove is facing, so it doesn't catch the tent on fire. But we elected just to put it on top because it does a good enough job, and the radiant heat was so high, we could get this so hot that it was really uncomfortable. And so now that we've kind of got our nice radiant heat blocker up, I definitely don't want that catching on fire, so we just keep that on top. So when you open this up, this is where you control your oxygen flow, and when you open it, there's two little plates that overlap on each other, and all you do is, with your heat protective gloves on, you grab, once it's cooled off, like the next morning, for example, you just empty these trays into whatever you're going to dump your ashes into, like I was showing you my bucket outside earlier. And then I just use a little old fireplace shovel and scrape the remainder out of it, and then we're good to go. And all these little holes, and the way they've engineered this thing, it does such a good job being able to utilize oxygen. I think that's why it gets so hot so fast, so long as you're using the right type of wood, like I was saying. So again, you want to use really thin cut wood, so perspective wise, so you can kind of see, not big old logs. The more of these things that you're able to ignite, the bigger the flame, the hotter it's going to be, the faster. And more recently, I've been doing a lot of, instead of closing it and just relying on this, I just kind of keep it cracked like that, and again, it allows more oxygen to be pulled in and sucked back up through the stovepipe, and it does a great job. And these are stones that we also received from Overland Sauna. So they say to be careful about buying any of those stones off of Amazon because they can actually explode from the heat. So I would suggest that.